a subject that I've covered quite extensively on this show is Epstein and all the ties to him. And I have not seen anybody talk about this running for president. So if you're president of the United States, how would you deal with the fact, because I had a former child crimes investigator, retired cop on this show, who was a cop in the Phoenix Police Department for 24 years. And I said, if you were the lead investigator, what would you be doing? He goes, oh man, I would be impressed. We have all this evidence, the flight logs, it would be a 10, 15 year thing. So what would you do as president of the United States with all of these people with ties with sex trafficking and all this? What would you do?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think this case is a real commentary on who has power in this society and in the judicial system, because, Jeffrey Epstein was given an out way before, people noticed in his first trial, and, was given just a very light slap on the hand. And then accountability was never had. And even with his partner being convicted, that case wasn't followed either. And there's just all these cold leads all over the place. So who has power? It's wealthy men who have power. Who doesn't have power are women, and especially young girls, who've been horrifically exploited and abused here. And all of these leads need to be followed. And I think it's very hard to hold a system accountable when the system itself is pretty corrupted. So I think there has to be a special prosecutor who's accountable for pursuing this.
Yes. But it's tricky, because at the Department of Justice, if you go to their website, for the Whitey Bulger case, you see his mugshot. For the MS-13 case, you see his mugshot. There's no mugshot for Ghislaine Maxwell, who not only was a trafficker and a recruiter, she participated. So she's also a pedophile herself. And she was moved to a minimum security prison in May of last year during all of the SCOTUS. I could go on. I know your time's short, but this is what you talk about. The systems are so corrupt, it's hard to do that. So I would love to see a president get in power and assign a special prosecutor and start locking these people up. So I appreciate you saying that. So